Hello, everybody, and welcome to another great episode of Hillbilly Select Reviews with me, your host, John, and Bourbon Bob. And what are we looking at now, Bob? What's going on over here? What are we doing?
Well, Johnny, we're starting our new series of the best bourbons for under $50. And today we have 4 bourbons we've picked that are all retail for under $50 and all commonly available.
And what are we going to do? What's the...
Well, we're going to do Maker's Mark, we're going to do Woodford Reserve, we're going to do Four Roses, and we're going to do Elijah Craig. So we also have 4 different distilleries. So this represents a well-rounded little trip between here and Louisville. And we're going to start with the 90 proof Maker's Mark and 90, little under 91 on the Woodford Reserve. We're at 100 on the Four Roses. And the Elijah Craig there, that's about 136 proof.
Woo!
That's
All
a
right.
small batch special pick.
Well, and so we're going to start with the Makers.
Yes.
So why don't you open that up while I tell them a little about it. It's just a
Okay.
pull thing there.
Okay, buddy, I got you.
So, first of all, I took some notes. I don't have to memorize everything.
You're the man.
Located Loretto, Kentucky. We've both been there on tours. It is now owned by Beam Suntory.
There we go.
This is a wheated bourbon. It is 90 proof. It was introduced in 1958. I've been to it many times. It's a great tour. It is 70% corn, 16% winter wheat, and 14% malted barley. This distillery was established in 1953 by William Samuels Sr., and it was formerly the Burke's Distillery. Now, what would you say this goes for?
Oh, this bottle here, it depends on your state and tax. You can get from mid-20s up to the high 30s, but it's always going to be under $40. Always.
So nobody pay over 44?
No,
All
yeah,
right.
no, and if you got a big, like Kroger routinely, you'll have this on sale once every 3 weeks. You can get it for 26, 27.
Nice. And this is, I know quite a few people here in Kentucky that this is their favorite bourbon. So
Yeah, and people not in Kentucky, it's just kind of associated with Kentucky. It's kind of like the Jack Daniels of Tennessee whiskey. It's just pretty famous.
I'll tell you
Even
what.
before I moved to Kentucky and knew anything about bourbon, when I was a kid, my dad, Maker's Mark, and it was just what at the time everybody thought was the Cadillac of bourbon. So.
and it's gotten bigger now. It used to be really a little more, harder to find. They've expanded their distillery, their parking lots, their gift shop. They're getting big. What's cool is you can go to the distillery, you can dip your own bottle in wax. Now, Maker's Mark makes a lot of collector's bottles, to which I have a few. I have glasses, bourbon glasses, dipped in the wax. I have cigars in glass cases, dipped in the wax. They've done actually a whole football series, very hard to get, where every team they use that color wax, and they use like for U of L, University of Louisville's colors are black and red. They did a black and red. They could routinely do a blue, Kentucky blue for UK. So
They had a blue one for which Calipari. It's got his picture on it.
yeah, they have a lot of specialty ones. They have green for Keeneland. Every once in a while, they do a Derby one every year. So anyway, a lot of people collect these.
Yes, sir.
And even the wax, like they have collectors who pick the different wax, like how many strings are coming down, if it goes on, they have names for them. That's crazy the way people.
Yes, they do.
So, all right. So I said this was the wheated. Yeah.
Johnny, we should mention we're kind of dressed alike.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah, that's true. We are.
Waiting for the boys of summer. We're waiting for the boys of summer.
Now we live where?
We live in Kentucky.
Now why the hell do we have Philly shirts?
Because, again, we live, we grew up about 20 miles apart, but a year difference, and we met on the police department down here in Lexington, Kentucky.
Never knew each other.
Never knew each other. And, well,
But me and your pop did drink at the same bar, and I may or may not have met him.
Yeah.
Gibby's Tavern.
Yeah, when you were drinking late at night at the bar, he was home being a dad. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
you
yeah.
didn't meet him?
Yeah, you didn't meet him. At least that he's telling us. So,
Yeah, I never met him, folks. Miss Catone, never met him. It's getting a nice smell when I went deep. I get a little alcohol burn, a little bit. And I am getting, again, I had this on another bourbon, But I'm really getting a strong chocolate covered cherry on this. And it's like if the chocolate and the cherry had the cherries that got that
Cordial, cherry cordial.
With the sugar.
Yeah,
So
cordial
you get
cherry.
the chocolate, the sugar, the cherry.
Like when I was a kid, you get that cherry ice cream with the cordial cherry. Yeah, it smells like cherry ice cream to me. It really does.
Cherry in this. I don't know if I've had it. I've had it a million times. I don't know if I remember the cherry being so strong. And then I got a little oak, of course. A little bit of leather.
Now, if you're following the series, and we really hope you are, these are going to be a little different than some of the bourbons we've done before that are really hard to find, and they're really in a different price category. So we want to do something for summer coming up, and where
Current events.
So where everybody can go out, get a bottle of bourbon, and drink it the way they enjoy it.
And like you said, if you have it out, let's say me and you drink it like this, and we got a few other people over. Somebody says, "Hey, give me over rocks, no big deal." Or I'm gonna pour this in Coke. Or hey, you know what? $26, $30. You know what?
Who cares? Yeah.
Mix it with gasoline.
You're gonna put it in your Winchester.
Company toilet and drink it out with a straw.
Exactly.
Just leave me some. All right, let's give it a taste. So it's wheated.
I get flat. I just really do.
Well, we should say now we've cleansed our palates, but we did just have a.
We did, and we have in the series. Like I said, and when you continually drink higher proofs, when you come down to this, especially wheated, it is going to taste.
You have to take it on its own. Not many, we're not normally going to drink what we just had.
Right, exactly.
But for 90 proof, it is mild.
Oh,
I mean, it's not got a giant, strong profile that I usually associate with bourbon. It's more of a mild bourbon compared to others. I would think a good beginner bourbon because even though it's 90 proof, or 90.4, whatever it was, it's not a mule kick. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's got subtle flavors. Had that beautiful smell to it. Yeah.
It's a tailgate bourbon.
It's a
tailgate.
But
bourbon.
when you put it for the price
Exactly.
and the accessibility.
Yeah, it's.
And honestly, it's a beautiful presentation. And it's got a great name. So, I mean, you show up with that, you're
It's a
doing
piece
good.
of Kentucky history.
It is.
In fact, they have the patent on the wax. No one can use the red wax.
Yeah. And it's iconic. And like I say, I know people here drink it when they say, well, so what? Well, people here can pretty much get, just about anything they want. And so if they're drinking this, So, anyway, a good, solid bourbon that you can find. It's not going to kill you, and you can use it as a mixer. You can drink it straight, mix it with some rocks.
This is your mint julep bourbon. This is it is. It's just a classic, what I would call mixing bourbon.
And
it's
mint
It's 90 proof.
It'd be good in a mint julep.
Yeah, it's a mint julep or.
Matter of fact, they make a mint julep.
Yeah, and.
Which is crushed ice.
Yeah.
Glass filled with crushed glass, but sometimes in a mint julep glass or different glasses. But maybe the Derby glass they have at Derby's.
Oh, it's the Derby drink.
I would show you, but we're already doing it. But anyway, it's the drink of the Derby.
Drink of the Derby.
The Lily is the drink of the Philly. No, it's not called a Lily. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The Derby drink, yes, it's the Derby drink. But it's the crushed ice, crushed glass filled with simple syrup, with mint muddled, and then a sprig of mint for garnish. And then you fill with bourbon. And that simple syrup adds to the sweetness of the bourbon, and then the mint adds that little bit. And on a hot Derby day, and you could smell them bringing those just trays and trays, so thousands and thousands. And you get to keep the Derby glass, has the year and all this stuff. Every year it's a different glass. And it's a hell of an experience if you haven't been to the Derby. Now I've been to the Derby, 20 times. And not only have I been to the Derby 20 times, the Kentucky, I've been to Churchill down, I don't know how many times. But I got paid money to be at the Derby a lot of times, and I got a lot of special experience at the Derby. But that is not for now. What I shared for you will be good enough for now. Anyway, it's a good classic bourbon that you can get your hands on. That's what we want to do for you all. We want to bring one that we like, that we've had, that a lot of our friends drink, and bring it to you at a nice price, right?
Yes, sir.
So, the next one, we're going to do the Woodford.
Woodford Reserve.
All right, let's do it. Let's go do the Woodford Reserve. Yeah, baby.